Hi, this is Becca coming to you from the FCC with another women's-centric recon for week 1 of season 17. This is a team time trial on the greatest London flat course in London. So on the top left, you see the Velo Viewer. This shows a flat course with enough lumps to make it interesting, but not enough to really cause a lot of separation between times. So every second is going to count. You have at least 4 people making up your team and up to 6. You'll start from your own time off the start and you get no power-ups. Definitely want a time trial bike with disc wheels if you can. Don't rest on the sense and use your strong riders to protect the group and not ride away from it. So if they need to do more pulls, put them in twice in your rotation or for longer pulls but not higher pulls. On the top right, you see the course records from the Thursday TTTs, and you can give your team a sense of how long it's going to take based on what your categorization is. So next we're going to go over and look at the course notes, and then there's a sped up recon on the back from doing this during Thursdays. Okay, and here we see the course notes. The first 7 kilometers and the last 7 kilometers are the same, so we'll just talk about them once. It's really important here to get out of the pen as quickly as possible because the course is not that hilly, and so there's not that many places where the speed between the top team and the bottom team will be that different. So get up to speed as fast as you can and carry speed into the undulations. Rolling over each other is fine. And then we're going to hit the first climb at 3.6 kilometers. It's pretty gentle. It's not steep. It's not long. Just it descends after. So you need to cap the hill at the same speed and then go down without causing gaps, because closing gaps costs you seconds and it takes energy. You've got a couple 180-degree turns here. One's at 6.5 and the same one is at 30 kilometers and then at 8.8 again. And whenever you go around these 180-degree turns, you lose draft, and in some of them, or at least the 6.5 and 30 kilometer one, you supposedly are actually braked by Zwift. This is rumor mill running. So the pinch points between 10.1 and 10.5 are worth talking about. When you have a descent followed by an ascent or an ascent followed by a descent, you just need to work your line so that you don't cause gaps. So your front of your line has to push hard right at the bottom before you ascend, and so there's no accordining of your line. And as you go over a cap, the reverse is true. The back needs to push hard so that when the front starts to descend, the back isn't still ascending at a lower speed. So after those pinch points, we hit the escalator down. That's a steep descent, so you want to try to maintain your speed at the bottom if you can. Then we've got a series of 3 rolling hills. The last one is the longest. It starts at 19.8. So you keep all riders together if you can. Use your strongest climber to sweep if you can. And then you're going to hit the escalator up at 22.5. This is a short, steep climb, but it's essential to come into it with speed and to push hard all the way through it and up and over it, and so you get back up to speed and you don't waste time in that slow speed after you get to the top. So then you essentially hit the lead-in part again, so you'll be on tired legs. So you want to try to maximize the speed as much as you can. You can always drop riders if you need, but remember there are dropouts and you never know what's going to happen. So I always like to keep 6 as long as possible. And the finish line's at 31 kilometers. So have fun, enjoy your team. Remember to be on comms and to be planning what you're going to do. How are you going to use those higher wattage riders on the flats? How are you going to use your lighter weight riders? And what's the mix of the FTPs or the Z maps of your riders, so that you know how long each person should be pulling at the front and how long, how much of a reset they would need. And possibly if you have a 6th rider who is not quite as strong as the rest, then maybe they should be in draft position only. And they can do that by sticking to the rider in front of them and just pulling off when that rider pulls off. So if it was rider 1, rider 2, rider 3, rider 4, 4/5. And so when rider 4/5 rolls off the front, they go all the way to the back as a pair. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to Google it for you if I don't know the answer, or answer it if I do. So again, good luck, have fun, and see you next week.